Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, Prodigy, episode 13.
Yeah, it sure is one of them.
Yep. Initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts? Yeah, this one was pretty good. You know, it's a part 1 of 2. We get to see some fun cameos. And yeah, you know, there's a trend in Prodigy, I feel, of, you know, just things are kind of convenient. You know, we sort of shortcut things a little bit that we might not in other shows, but you know, hey, it's for kids.
Yeah.
This some parts of this sort of reminded me of a couple episodes ago where she's like, suddenly there's a Borg cube there, and like, okay, all right.
Why not? Got Xindi.
Got Xindi. Yeah, we got some fun Xindi. We got to see the Reptilians, and of course the big cameo was Okona. It's outrageous.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
His hair's short now.
Yep. I don't know. I feel like he might be a little less outrageous these days.
Well,
he's doing all the smuggly things, but
he hasn't gone past Warp 4. I don't know how outrageous you can get.
Yeah, that's not very outrageous.
Yeah.
What goods do you have to trade for passage?
We can do better than this guy.
Hold on. How fast is that thing?
Warp 4.
Did he say 4? Aww! He thinks his ship is fast.
This episode starts out with them burying the ship in snow.
Yeah, that was really casual. It's just like, I'm going to phaser an avalanche on top of my experimental ship.
Yeah, we don't know how long until we see you again, holographic Janeway.
Yep.
Sleep mode.
Just a little casual.
Let's bring cocooned Murph with us.
Yep. I was really expecting Murph to turn into a butterfly, but he's just...
He's a child.
Yeah, kind of a goo child, little Pikmin kind of thing.
I called it legs.
Legs, yeah, legs.
And his ass can launch torpedoes, but we'll get there.
Murph has been launching torpedoes with his butt for a while now.
Yeah.
Like, I guess he's the tactical officer.
I guess. He's like, he doesn't know the situation, but fire torpedo.
But fire torpedo. Fuck, he's Shax. He's Shax, yeah. I've been very good this week.
The ship just cloaked in front of us. Should I fire, Captain?
Yeah.
Torpedo launch.
Shields.
They go to the spaceport. This is where it really became Star Wars for me.
Oh, it was a wretched hive.
Yeah, it was a wretched hive, scum and villainy. They run into Okona. He's like, hey, I got a Warp 4 ship. I'll take you out of here. And then the Xindi arrest him because, you know, he's Han Solo.
Yeah, just for being suspicious or whatever.
He's very much Han Solo. They had a warrant out for his stolen stuff he's been doing. And Janeway and ship beam down. A little landing crew, and then each one of their people run into one of the members that they want to go to a Federation starbase so they can talk to them.
It's exactly the opportunity I've been looking for.
Yeah,
let's just fuck that up 3 times.
it's like, you know, they're giving you what you want. You want a resolution for your characters. You want them to be able to do this, and then they're taking it away from you.
It was a little frustrating. Like, I guess we can go with, you know, oh, they're kids. You know, they're screwing things out, but.
Well, if they gave you what you want, then you wouldn't really have a series, right?
I mean, maybe we do. I don't know. We're so close to Starfleet. How long is this going to go? Like, how long is this going to be the plot of the show?
Thank you, officer.
More like Ensign. Essentia.
Gwen,
Gwendala?
do I know you?
No, but I know your father. He's on our ship.
Is it just going to be season 1?
I would think, like, eventually you just get real Janeway on the ship. Or, you know, what would be really neat if they rescue Chakotay.
Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on
just captains these kids.
Yeah.
Even if he was, like, injured and he, like, couldn't make it to the bridge, he'd be there. He'd be another holographic Janeway to give advice and stuff.
Yeah, except it'd be all spirit quests and stuff.
Put me back in!
Yeah, put me back in!
I got another round or two with me.
Going into the boxing ring with Dahl there, just punch him around a few times. Yeah.
Please do it.
That's how we mentor.
Pog runs into the Tellarite doctor, who's just such a dick for a Starfleet officer.
Well, that's how they do.
Yeah?
That's how they be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for a Starfleet officer?
One of my favorite openings for a show was in Enterprise, where Hoshi and Archer are just going at each other, just with all
the Mirror Universe
insult.
episode in the bedroom?
No, not quite. Oh. Okay, well that too, but no, where they're just insulting each other and stuff. And then you learn it's practice for the Tellarite ambassador. Yeah, that was a good scene.
Hog's a name we reserve for runts. short in size. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am on official business.
Jankum is not a runt.
Sorry, I didn't see you there, little guy.
The best was the guy behind him going, "Can I help you, little buddy?"
Oh, did you lose your mommy? That was pretty good. You know what? There are good gags in these episodes most of the time. It's got good humor.
Gwen approaches a Klingon and it's like, "Can you take me to the Federation?" I'm like, "Yeah." She doesn't know.
Yeah, Klingon's probably not super into that, but
Well, he seems like he'd do it for
he'd trade
money.
it for whatever this random thing is on your arm.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I immediately want it.
Ensign shows up and she's all just like, "Oh, you want to go to Starfleet? Oh,
Found your dad,
And then
by the
like
way.
once she sees Gwen's who she is, because you know there's only so many aliens that look like her. It's like, "Oh, we're working with your dad." Well, that's gonna scare the shit out of Gwen.
Yep.
And it does. Gwen runs off. But then Del can save us. Del runs into real Janeway. And he stutters his way through, being like, "I want to go to Starfleet, but at first I have to tell you," and then Barniss shows up.
Yeah. Real Janeway is, the much angrier half of Janeway.
Yeah, but she's still advice Janeway too, because she was saying the exact kind of similar stuff the holographic Janeway says.
Have you ever wanted something so bad, but you're afraid if you say the wrong thing, you'd mess it up?
Often, but fear of failure has killed more dreams than anything else. So I usually go for it.
That was good. Now that like made Del think, "Oh, cool, like this is gonna work." And then it's like Barnabas shows up, be like, "Oh yeah, these terrible like terrorist dudes like totally destroyed the ship," and this was like, you forgot to mention they were kids.
Yeah, they are children. Maybe not the masterminds you think they are.
Yeah. So, but Janeway's still pursuing. You know, they lock down the place until they get through with their little
maybe if we
Star
locked
Wars
it down
speeder.
when Janeway actually said lock it down.
Yeah.
We just straight up kill some guys in the chase.
Yeah. The Xindi police, I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, this is awkward.
Okona somehow hiding in one of the little cargo things in there, and he has space nitrous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use it to make a jump.
There's just a port for it. Put your space nitrous in this little cargo loader.
They become quite racers. It's like almost like they're family.
Oh. There's a spin-off.
Yeah.
That's a good spin-off.
They already went to space.
Did they?
Yeah, the last one.
Did they race cars in space?
Honestly, I couldn't go to the theater for that one. It was so bad.
Oh my god.
There's another one coming.
Okay. Good.
So yeah, then they basically take Okona back to the ship. Holographic Janeway is like, "Oh, how long has it been?" 5 minutes.
Yeah. Holographic Janeway's like my dog. No concept of time.
Yeah, you would think like, the computer would be like, "Oh, it's been this long." Here you go, hologram that's part of the computer. Like,
yeah.
I want to hear everything of your adventures.
Over before they started.
Yeah, it didn't go great.
The worst.
Hello there.
Huh?
They take off and Janeway watches and she's like, "Beam us up. We got a new transporter beam."
And Dauntless is huge.
Yeah,
or at least it looks
what's she
huge.
overcompensating for?
Maybe. Yeah.
That's like, I don't know. Like, can't compare a Protostar to another starship, really. But maybe if we saw it with the Romulan warbirds, then we'd have an idea.
Yeah, we'd have a good idea. Because those things are quite a bit larger than like the Enterprise D. I remember, yeah.
But the Dauntless has like a slipstream drive. Well, I like the Janeway's just like, "Oh, you're outrunning myself with a slipstream drive. Good luck."
Yeah. That's not going to work out for you, kid.
Yeah, Okona's just like, "Neutral zone. It's a perfect place to go."
Yeah.
Why didn't they try to stop them? They're just like, "Nah."
Yeah, that
Federation
was a little
starship,
weird.
come on
Also,
in.
those three Romulan ships were pretty in the neutral zone themselves, I think.
Actually, they were outside the neutral zone.
It certainly
if anything,
looked like
they're just
that,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, you were
They
about
looked
to
really
enter the
close.
neutral zone." Be like, "What? Why are you here then?
How did you get here?
You've gone through it, and you're on our side."
No, we just beamed across it.
This
We
is
never
like-
entered it.
Oh, that would be an active war, and it's just like,
So the war we're already in because you just did that?
yeah, like, I'm sorry, but we just saved your government and Nemesis. Like, the last like closest thing to Star Trek that we had. Like, come on.
On screen.
This is Commander Kaseth of the Romulan Star Empire. You are close to entering the neutral zone. That would be an act of war.
I think the neutral zone's supposed to be at least a couple light years. I don't actually know.
Can you meet in the neutral zone and just be like, "Hey, how's it going?" It's like, if you don't go into Romulan space, then you haven't broken the Accords.
No, because that's what the buffer zone's for. Because they don't want you going like, "Oh, I'm this close to your border. I didn't touch it."
Well,
so there's this whole big
why
area you're not allowed.
Why do they put starbases right on the neutral zone?
Oh yeah, they put it on the neutral zone border, but you're not allowed in the neutral zone.
Well, she was on the border. Trying to ignore it because she's angry, right?
Yes, because imagine, there's no way Janeway gives a shit. She would have dove right in there.
She's like so obsessed with Chakotay. Like even her first officer, who's bad first officer in my opinion. You don't tell the admiral. You're a first officer. You don't tell the admiral what to do. Kirk would have had him in chains. But she is obsessed with Chakotay, and it's just like you got to realize he might not be on that ship. They might not have. Something else might have conspired. Why are you trusting this weird dude that's got evil John Novell's voice?
Priority 7, red alert. Are you sure about this, Captain?
We have no choice.
Setting course.
Final thoughts, Chris?
Final thoughts. Yeah, this one was pretty good. There's some good humor. There's some fun action. There's some fun cameos.
I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I was constantly disappointed with how they twisted everything. Like, oh, sweet, Dell's finally. Oh.
Yeah. It was a little frustrating with that when they were running into the Starfleet.
Barniss, can we talk about our transfer?
Yeah.
And it's just like, can you not be in Starfleet?
You'll send them to Starbase 70 or what's the bad Starbase?
86 or something.
80, whatever. Yeah, we'll send them to bad Starbase.
Yeah, yellow jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts that I haven't interrupted?
No, I think that's about it. Yeah.
All right. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.